Hey, David from Affordable Staff, and we have Damien. How are you, Damien?
I'm good, David. How are you?
Yes, very, very
Hi,
good.
everyone.
Yes. So here we are, 2020.
Yeah, it's 2020.
Yes, we are in February in 2020.
It's almost March.
It is almost
It's
March.
almost March.
And I thought that the year is ticking by so fast, that we should have a quick chat around 2020 trends for outsourcing that you've seen and that I've seen.
Yep.
So, first of all, artificial intelligence 2020.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
It's advancing.
Yes.
There's a lot of highly advanced automation, I suppose. If you call it not, I'm going to say what I don't think is real artificial intelligence, but the actual artificial intelligence is starting to learn and evolve, and I think it's going to be one of the major trends for this decade anyway.
And we've had a number, I've had a number of people, not necessarily clients, I've had people that are aware of the industry that we're in that are saying, has artificial intelligence destroyed your business?
Yeah.
And the answer is, yeah.
No, far from it. I look from an outsourcing perspective and I go, it's actually creating more opportunities. And we've already started, as automation started getting bigger, 2018, 2019, the opportunities to really ramp up that customer service and that customer relationship have really driven a more diverse type of tasks to the offshore team.
Yes. So back a number of years ago when you first started with us, and people were coming to us and saying, oh look, I want a VA to do, it was pretty much base level stuff, wasn't it?
Mundane was the word.
Yeah.
And VAs with, I suppose, the advent of cloud.
Yes.
So cloud, 2 years ago was pretty good. Now I'm going to say most businesses across Australia have taken up cloud software systems, so they're able to unlock a lot more potential within their property management business. So the advent of cloud has really boosted automation, has also boosted the ability to actually have offshore staff and make it work. But probably the biggest trend I'm seeing is selling. We've got VAs now making money.
Okay.
So it's no longer mundane. And I think anyone that goes, I just want to offshore admin mundane tasks, whilst that's a good starting point, that's not what they do anymore.
Yeah, because that is really being absorbed by automation, isn't it?
It is.
Yes.
It is. And businesses that have evolved, and like some of our longer term clients, as you know, and even some of the other market leaders that I see out there, it's now about how do we add more revenue to our bottom line? How do we get a bigger stake of the entire pie that's out there? Because it's one of the few industries where you actually get to have a relationship with someone from potentially 17, 18 years of age. There's whole generations that are probably going to live in rental accommodation. So there's so many services and ancillary services out there that you can become the one-stop shop.
Yes.
To be able to assist them and help them on their journey.
Yeah, across a variety of services, and I think it might have been you that were saying last year that a tenant one day is a landlord the next.
A lot of the time, and I think that trend's going to continue because you look at housing. I don't want to get into the political side of housing affordability, but it is getting expensive.
Yes.
So how do you get into the property market now if you're an 18-year-old? What's your first step? And for a lot of people, the first step on the ladder is actually becoming an investor.
Yes.
And in owning a property to be able to build a portfolio and live, I suppose, own where you can afford and live where you want.
So in 2020, can you see automation that continuing to grow and develop?
Already, and we're, as you said, only in February. There's been so many people out there in the marketplace, and people I've met with, different companies across the board that have allowed, cloud software has allowed them to actually integrate their product so that it works more efficiently, that it's actually adding value to property managers, real estate business owners, to make life easier for them. And it is automation. And that's just going to continue to grow and grow and grow.
And do you think that how one of the comments that I've had in 2019 was was around the software that was available, everything moving to cloud, but you'd have this piece of software here and this piece of software here, and the two wouldn't talk.
Yeah.
Have you seen anything leading in towards that
there's challenges around it, and I think most business owners, like, there's all these great products out there, and it is another login, another thing you have to do, and product A doesn't talk with product B, which doesn't talk, and none of them talk with your CRM. A lot of the leading cloud software providers are now have open APIs, and they're allowing that type of integration. So whilst I don't see that there's a product out there that goes, here's one dashboard for everything, and I don't know whether we'll ever get to that point. I might be wrong, but it's a lot more seamless than it used to be, and there's a lot more, I suppose, business intelligence data being gathered and being able to look at your entire business and go, hey, how does this work?
Any other changes? Any other changes you are predicting here on our one of our first videos for the year that you're predicting you're going to see?
And it started a couple of years ago, but business, there's a lot of smaller businesses, and I think that are starting to get swallowed up by bigger businesses. So, I've watched the trend of, over the last couple of years, average rent roll 500. Now it's 1,000. Now the numbers are getting bigger. Even conversations with team members, offshore team. It's now, we're not talking about a staff member here or a staff member there. We're talking about how do we actually build something that is, I suppose, more global. That we've got bigger dreams than just 500 properties or 1,000 properties or 2,000 properties or wherever it is. There's a really big trend of we're dealing with big players that are looking at actually building teams cost effectively, that I suppose don't want to go through the humdrum of having someone in Australia trying to make it work in the Philippines or India or somewhere offshore where they go, hey, you understand what you're doing, and doing that. So the biggest trend that I'm seeing is bigger businesses, and I suppose less of them, and a lot of people are getting to that age where they're thinking about retirement. I don't want to do property management anymore. So I think that'll be a big trend for 2020. Automation, artificial intelligence as it comes along and gets more ingrained into it, but customer service.
Do you still think in 2020 should?
Customer service is driving everything. Google, you want an answer, and I don't know about you, but if I want an answer for something, I just Google it.
Yeah.
And I get an answer in less than a second. Actually, unless my internet's really slow, then it might take a little longer than a second, but I get a million different answers. So
try Siri. Siri's still not there yet, but that's a different story.
But people expect almost that instant gratification. That instant, hey, I want an answer, I want it now, that 24-hour workforce that's able to assist them in their time of need.
So as we wrap up, is that your big tip, is around how businesses can continue to look at ways that they can offer their clients instant gratification while still having that balance of meaningful customer service?
Definitely. I think it is, and the technology is going to help enable that. And there's a lot of other products out there in the marketplace that also help give that gratification, I suppose, that instant result that people need.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Damien.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for watching, and we look forward to bringing you more content in 2020 around outsourcing and lots of other future exciting topics. Take care and talk soon.